Fit Money CPA, where vet med meets smart business. Hope you're having a great day. Let me ask you a quick question. How much money are online pharmacies stealing from your practice every single year? Just a guess. Anybody have a number? Okay, so because here's the truth. Every time that there's a click, or click, I guess, with your finger, to add to the cart, to Amazon, Chewy, whoever else out there, that's profit margin coming straight from your pocket. That's not acceptable. So for most practices, we could be talking thousands, some practices even hundreds of thousands, gone, bam, boosh, boom, nothing in your pockets. So the next question becomes, are you just going to let it happen? Are you going to let these big boys bleed your pockets? Or are you ready to take some of that money back? I'm going to go with option 2, just because I know you guys and I know how you think. So here's what happens. So a pet owner, I've had a client tell me that pet owners go out to their car with their phone and in their car are checking prices compared to Amazon and Chewy. So obviously we all know this happens, but on the surface, what happens is we need to do the math. It's perceived that online is cheaper, faster, and easier. Not necessarily true. Again, on that surface. So if your practice has $200,000 in pharmacy and you're losing 40% of that, doing the math, I'd have to do a calculator, but doing the math, that's $80,000 walking out of your door because somebody thinks it's cheaper, faster, and easier to go to Amazon or to go to Chewy. Now, let's remember, we are very well aware of this, that when they're ordering online, we don't know when they'll get it. Tomorrow, next week, it all depends on their schedule. So the worst part of this isn't just the money. The worst part is when your clients are buying online, they start to believe that you, as the veterinarian, you, the most important person in this equation, clients are starting to think you don't matter as far as being involved in their pet's ongoing care. You become just the person who gives shots once a year, not the trusted advisor, not the authority. Obviously, we have to change that. So these online pharmacies are not unbeatable. They win on 3 things, maybe: convenience, price, and aggressive marketing. So I would argue that they're not that convenient. So what you guys, so what these pharmacies that folks are ordering from, this is what they never have. They never have your trust, never have your relationship, and they certainly don't have your medical authority. So clients that actually want the cheapest, they really don't want the cheapest. They want safe, simple, and trustworthy. And folks, you can deliver all of those. I know from personal experience with my own veterinarian. So how do we compete? Let me give you 4 tactical plays you can use right now. So play 1, own the convenience game. Guys, they're in your office. That is the most convenient that it could possibly be that you dispense that medication. Educate your client that, again, your convenience. You have an online pharmacy, maybe. If you don't, let's look into one. Then your clients can refill the medication on there. Again, they're getting their convenience, but they still have you, their trusted advisor. So on the convenience game, repackage your value. Don't just sell pills. A pill's a pill. We go to the doctors, we get pills, we go to the pharmacy. Bundle it with a wellness exam. Do the vaccines or a dental package. Show clients they're buying your oversight, what you're able to give them. You're not just moving boxes. You're managing their pet's health. Folks, again, I have admitted before that I am probably the easiest client that you want because my kitties are my babies and I trust what my vet says. And whether it's packaged or not is irrelevant to me, but to some clients, it's very relevant. So if you could do some creative packaging, again, if you have a wellness package that you could obviously slide the vaccines in, but you're not doing line item by line item on what the client sees. You're charging for everything because we've discussed that in inventory management, but you're giving the clients a perception of what they're getting. So the third one is educate your clients. We know this from human meds. Talk to them about counterfeit medications. Talk to them about quality control. Shipping delays. Here in Louisville, our post office has, I don't know how many truckloads of undelivered mail. Your prescriptions could get stuck in there. Reposition your pharmacy, your in-house pharmacy, as safer and a smarter choice. And again, you all know the pet, you know the patient. If they're taking something that is interacting, you're right on top of it. You can say, well, we got to take a look at this. So again, sell that package, sell that safer, that smarter choice, that authority that is available right there. So the fourth one is play the loyalty card. What about giving rewards? You go to your local coffee shop and you buy 10 coffees, you get one free. Well, what if you had some type of a reward card that they keep filling the prescriptions at your pharmacy, and maybe on the 10th one, they get it free. We can look at that. Happy to look at that with you, see if it makes sense. But it's an option. So, again, I want to go over those again. So own the convenience. Tell them that you are the most convenient and the most trustworthy to deliver the medication for their patients. Repackage your value. We've talked about packaging various and sundry services that you have. So think of a way that you could package that. Maybe after the wellness, maybe as the kitties get old, of course I'm prejudiced towards kitties, but maybe the animal is getting older in that senior. So maybe there's a different package that you have. Maybe it's a senior wellness package where certain medications they're going to need. We can pre-plan that. Most important thing is always educating your client. It is surprising to me how many of my clients don't realize what I think is simplistic. And then I take a step back and say, wait a minute, they're not in my space. They don't do what I do on a daily basis. So let me be kind and gentle and educate them. Same thing with you guys. You all are headlong into the veterinarian space day in and day out, probably in the night when you're sleeping as well. You probably have some nightmares about that. But be kind, be generous, educate your client. The more education your client has, the greater value they're going to see in your services. Play that loyalty card. If you feel like doing that rewards program is going to work. Let's talk through it. Let's see what we can find out. So let's wrap this all up. And so every script that leaves your practice is another hole in your profit bucket. That money's not coming back. It's a profit leak. It's one we want to plug. So your choices: you can let the online pharmacies bleed you dry, or let's fight back. I'm going to take option 2. Let's fight back. Protect your profit margin. Keep your clients and grow your revenue. The truth, your clients want you to win. They just need you to step up and make it easy for them. And so here's my challenge to you. Pick one of those 4 options that we discussed and implement it this week. You have 2 days left. Well, 3 days left, 2.5 days. But implement it this week. Not next month, not next year, this week. We're doing a 1-week sprint. So, the longer you wait, the more money you're losing because you're still writing those scripts and they're still walking out your door. So, again, be honest, be educating your clients, educate them to the need for loyalty to you and how you are a valuable, very valuable instrument in their pet's health. Remember, you run the clinic, we run the strategies. Your dream practice, your real profits.